All right, coming back here, gameplay with the best of three blue-white deck. John drafted. Do a video for each of the matches, and this is the first match. I am going to try to go at a higher speed in the gameplay. John plays quite deliberately.
I'm here. He's getting rewarded immediately for going 17 minutes.
Agree with the mulligan, agree with the card put back, all that. Opponent also mulligan,
Yeah,
looks
that's
like.
1, 2, 3, 6 cards, 3 lands. Plan return.
Opponent mulligan to 5. I didn't notice that at
That
first.
doesn't get a whole lot better than this. That guy's just a loser. I think I'm gonna be cool here, and
So I certainly attack with the Pegasus here. I mean, you've got the Singer to play. If he attacks, you can even like double block or something and just trade the Singer. I wouldn't be too worried about it, but you could leave it back if you wanted. I lean towards attacking. Uh, I know that you end up not attacking, and then you forgot that you had flying or something. You said so. I don't know if you meant to attack, or would have wanted to attack or not. It's close enough, but I think I would have gone ahead and attacked for one.
let me see here. Do I attack? Try to get one.
Also, against a mulligan to 5 like this, like looting isn't as good. All his cards are useful. So if it does connect somehow, it's less painful. I mean, the only way it's really useful is he's got exactly 2 lands and he wants to loot for a land. But besides that, like generally, you don't want to get rid of your lands or your spells, on a mulligan to 5 early in the game. So yeah, I lean towards attacking still for that reason.
One in. No, I think that's greedy. Let's just do this. Oh, what am I talking about? My guy's flying. Never mind, John.
Now, as a theme to this video, you're going to get rewarded by literally what I can consider like the one rare in the set that would have punished you and let him loot here. I don't even know what other cards really would have like been a big punishment for attacking with the 1/1, but it worked out much, or the 1/3, but it worked out much better your way, and that happens several times. So maybe that's why I'm struggling. But it seems kind of just like you stumbled into it. I don't know, but it's certainly better for you this way.
I guess so. Maybe keeping it back was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fucking great.
Now I keep out of life. Why? Not me.
I agree with all this stuff. So this is a close decision. I mean, I feel like you're doing very well this game. Like he'd have to have something pretty good to really matter. I would into five open mana. I'd lean to just play the Pegasus here. I wrote down some notes as like a lot of times it's not going to matter either way. The guy's got two. If he has nothing, like playing the Pegasus is probably fine anyways. If he does have something to blow you out, it's probably not even that bad if you do play the dub, or the read or whatever. It's close, I don't hate like unless he has like a removal spell type card. Like if he just bounces it or something, like then you just get to replay your next enchantment. So it's not even that bad, but I still feel like I would just play the Pegasus. It sets up such a good attack next turn with Pegasus Battalion attacking with like no real risk. But in a closer game, if he had four cards, I'd almost be more willing to play an enchantment because I could. It's more risky, but at the same time, he's going to deploy more stuff, and you playing a Pegasus just might not be good enough. But here, it almost just seems like he might only have reactive cards or something. So, I don't know. This feels like a spot you don't have to take much of a chance to me. Yeah, this is the play with the biggest upside, and honestly, that's not that big of a deal at all. 1 for 1 with one of his two cards is fine. So it certainly doesn't matter.
I should just chill and feel in my head.
Now you just clearly a dub. If you're gonna play one enchantment, you gotta play the next right away. I think cleared out his hand somewhat.
For money, right? I mean, 5-4.
Certainly put it on the battalion.
First strike. Nah, actually, that's the move, I think. Right? This seems right. Got this guy protect. He's getting in. Could be. Nice.
So again, your play works out perfectly, and I thought that one was a lot more closer. But now you just have 4 mana, perfect to go Pegasus, keep up counterspell. Just everything's coming up, John. This game for sure. Easy smash.
Off the high is going to be the first MVP. It's got to have some value, right? Waker away, hexproof, 5/7 hexproof, or something like that. Something very worth countering.
So right at this point is when I say I'm cutting at least one of these dubs. He's played Baron and the 3/2 guy. I didn't like him in the first place, but I thought that it would be mandatory to cut at least one of them here.
I'll do everything I need. Wish you had tapped it in a way. Love something, but he's not going to maneuver in any way. So
He can't play. He's got to play his cards
you
no
obviously
matter
just
what.
slammed whatever he has.
So I'd certainly like you to cut a dub here for anything.
What do you see? Oh, her.
I would cut
Not
both.
much, not much, not much. I think what I have here is good. It's good, it's good.
It's pretty fast.
Very good.
Maybe go back, view the battlefield you can do on Arena, which is a really good feature on Arena. I like to shit on Arena, but that's a great feature they have. Because old man like me have bad memory.
Brilliant hand. Let's keep the. Got it. I don't know, Kyle, should I ever play around that?
Never, ever, ever should you play around that. You'd have to show me at least two of them in a previous game. I mean, I know it's your whole hand. I don't even think you saw one. Did you the first game? You saw rewind? Like, I would play that every time there.
I didn't see you logged in on in game one either. It's my only creature. It's not featured in hand any times. Maybe I should have done something.
I mean, it wrecks your hand, but just can't do it, man. Just play it.
Let's see if I can get this bad boy down. See what that. There you go.
Especially with rousing read in your hand, like so you just can't not play that card
I
there.
didn't think about that, but now it's gonna get stomped out of here. Wow, I'm barely taking a hit. Got him. Bluff him.
Seems like he had rewind,
I was
but
gonna say I should
it's
put it over
fine,
here
I
first, right?
think.
Because then I could pay before if he had the lofty or not. But no, I think I have to leave. Okay. Wait, when I get this, is it gonna be indestructible or pro? Okay. Now I got it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you even made remotely a game out of this game after the way it started, but kind of have. Just kind of flood or whatever. Great drill.
Maybe he just has all the lands.
So I guess you're putting these stops on to like make it seem like you have something. That's probably fine. I don't really do a lot of this stuff on Arena. One thing I'm thinking here is like if you do have a stop on with only one card, he's gonna know it's not a counter spell, right? Like if it stops, it wouldn't give you priority for that. Plus, you have this savior out, so I think everything's gonna stop anyways because you could just sack that. I don't really know how it works, but it almost might be more of a giveaway that you don't have a counter. If not for the savior, you don't have a counter. Like if it's giving you priority because it's something you could actually cast right then and there. But and there's no need for him to play around like a combat trick or anything here. But anyway, it's all this is all minor.
I think I just cast this now, make sure I get it where I want it. I mean, I don't want to
Yeah,
get counter spell.
no reason not to.
Let's get in there.
Nip him.
Capture structure in hand this time. I don't know. Actually, I think it would have been better than any of the cards I was talking about. Look at that wall doing work. You get the same idea I did. Except I didn't use it. The only reason I had was a picture of Kyle telling me, don't do that. So, that's what I wanted. New.
At this point, I made a note. All dubs must come out versus 3 bounce creatures. He's now shown you 2 ghost lights and the Baron.
One, two, three attackers. Okay, I can go to one. Guess I should try, right?
Admire your effort for this. You've wanted to scoop a lot before, maybe to save time so we could get more stuff in, but I've seen you want to scoop a lot of games. This one here, I might have even scooped this one up. I do think that that's a good card in this matchup. You know, when people have similar creatures, Rookie Mistake certainly shines.
Rookie mistake. Should have known. Yeah.
Now to the sideboard.
Now I'm on the blade. I think this stuff makes more sense. It's not bad. I like the stuff that I have. So I think I want these, where they at? Unsubstantiated, so I can bounce my own stuff, I can bounce his stuff. I got a dub for this.
So besides the dubs, I'm conflicted with this Wingmare. Like it's going to be tough to attack with it. I feel like he's got flyers that kind of can block it easily, even if they're just prowess ones or whatever. On the play though, I mean it can mess his counter spells up. I would maybe want to side it out. I wouldn't mind just getting a tapper in there, as well as unsubstantiate and stuff. But this minor again, I think the rookie mistake would be okay. But I don't like the dubs at all, and I'm not sure on the Wingmare. I guess.
Maybe both does because he has. Yeah, I think that's right.
You put in both unsubstantiates. That's fine. I definitely don't like any of the big stuff. I could see like a rookie mistake
Most
or a
of
tapper.
everything that I want. That's not terrible. Oh, I take out.
And you did put the tapper in. Yeah, also, I just think the tapper might be better than the battalion here. But you aren't. Oh, I hate the steed as well. Steed, I would cut steed, I think, against all flyers.
Yeah, I might want that with all these little things.
I think, yeah, I just don't think you want the steed too slow. Oh, you did. That's perfect. What did you put in? You put the solidarity. I don't love the solidarity. Puts a lot of your stuff to 3 toughness when he has a lot of 3 power. Yeah, he took it out. Yeah, just a lot of his stuff is like 3 power, anyways. And bringing your stuff to like a 4/3 doesn't help. That's definitely very good sideboarding. Way better than just jamming it back after game 1.
It is so brutal when you accidentally snap off your other island there and you can't play the card a couple times. You'll look too blue. So bad to do that stream. Hey. Ooh, wait. Look at this. Oh, one thing I have is this. I'm supposed to play this, not this. Yeah, I can bounce next turn.
Yeah, certainly like the battalion there.
What does this do?
You can play Watcher on Substantiate, which is great.
Cool. Yeah, I need everything I need. So I can cast this guy, and then I can bounce. Actually, I want to cast this guy, so let's go ahead and do that.
I actually think you thought that you could pay for unsubstantiate. I mean, you thought you could pay for whatever the card is that's a 4 spike, unless they have a flyer, it costs you 4. Forget the lofty denial. You thought you could pay for it. But the way it stacks with Riddle Form, you won't be able to pay for it. Again, I think you're in such a good spot this game. I would just attack. I would just attack for 5. If he has something, take it from there, bounces Riddle Form or whatever, if he has some kind of weird instant. Um, if you play the Watcher, you're getting in 1 more damage when he has nothing, but it's only 1 damage. And if he does have the counter spell, he's now going to have a 3/3 blocker. And it's going to put you in an awkward spot, a real awkward spot, in fact, because I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do. You can bounce back the counter spell, which he's probably not going to be able to keep mana up to land your flyer, but then you don't really want to attack. Or you can, like let it get countered and then decide if you want to bounce the Riddle Form, which is another card he's probably not going to be able to redeploy anytime soon, or else he's going to fall too far behind. But I think the best play here for sure is just to attack. Maybe I have watched the game. Maybe in the heat of the moment, I wouldn't think of it. But I would definitely be thinking he's got something here, So I do think that I probably would have thought of it. And I don't think it's worth casting it just to do that 1 damage.
Do this. Don't counter. Don't lock the denial. I can paper lock the denial.
You can.
Can you pay for this?
There's no cost.
What did I cast here?
Because the only bonus you're getting pre-combat is just that 1 point. And it can lead to something like this. Which, honestly, I have no clue what is best at this point. I could see anything. I could see do nothing, bounce lofty so that you get your watcher into play and then not attack, or what you do, which I also think is okay. But it's just so much better.
I
You
don't know
know,
if that was
it's
better.
just better
It
though
wasn't
if you attack
very interesting to
first.
see my homies think the Yakuza and the hams.
Like if you would have attacked first, then you're going to play it after. If he counters it, then like you don't have to bounce his guy at all. You can save it for the next time something comes out, or you could even put the counter spell back just to make sure you have all three things in play. And then he's probably not going to be able to hold that counter spell up anymore. So, that's my thoughts on it there.
World.
But once you play it, I've got no clue. I think it's fine what you did.
Very good.
Yeah, this seems like rousing read. You can cast a Pegasus to eat his flyer he makes. The discard here is tough. I mean, again, I think you got to play the Pegasus this turn. But I think I discard Lofty, but I could see discarding Feet. Seems close.
Everything. Don't be that guy that doesn't cast this before combat. I would bet totally against me doing that. Don't have it. Don't have it. He had it.
That's not bad. You didn't want him to have the 3/2 flyer that bounces. Need to eat the flyer.
Be very close to winning.
Yeah, I just playing the swooper. Looks good, of course. You've got the feet to make a third lethal creature on the Pegasus.
Yep. If you win now.
Nope. All right, good job there. Definitely some tricky spots. I think you played pretty well. You sideboarded well, at least for game 3 for sure. Once you saw more of the deck, and that's going to do it for this game. We'll be back with the next.